Lowe's knows you've got a job to do, and we help get it done. With the MyLowe's Pro Rewards program, eligible members save more with volume discounts on qualifying orders through a quote of $2,000 or more. Join for free today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Offer can't be combined with any other discount, contract, and/or special pricing. Exclusions, more terms, and restrictions apply. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Welcome to Yap About It, your go-to podcast for everything pop culture. We're here to talk about the latest gossip, TV shows, music, and movies that keep us talking.
Yep, if it's blowing up your timeline or making those group chats go off, we're talking about it.
So grab your popcorn, your headphones, and maybe even a glass of wine, and let's yap about it.
Hey guys, welcome to Yapalert,
A special edition of the Yap About It podcast,
where we pause the regular program to talk about what's blowing up today.
Let's yap about it.
All right, guys, this just in. We had to get together really quick and record an emergency episode, or what we're calling Yap Alerts, because we had some breaking news on our timelines. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are engaged! Woo! Woo! Woot woot!
We literally were just speculating over this on the podcast episode that we were recording Sunday night, and then Tuesday comes around and this
they were
just
like,
drops.
hold my beer.
Yeah. Breaks the internet. Blows everybody's minds away.
Definitely.
The group chat was on fire between the four of us, including our producer.
Our wonderful producer.
Wonderful producer.
Who actually, surprisingly, is the one who dropped the information to all of us.
No, okay, I have to correct you on that. I mean, okay, at first I thought, I'm the resident diehard Swiftie. Like I said, we're all Swifties, but there's levels. So I'm the resident diehard Swiftie. And
we know you're Queen Swiftie, okay?
Why was I the last one? Maybe the third or the fourth of us to know. I don't know. But now I have to correct. So I told Lauren and our editor that they were the first to break the news. But actually, I got to go back on that and say it was my best friend Kelly, technically. I just didn't open my DMs. But I looked at the time and it was, but she's chronically online. She's a little bit younger than y'all. She's Gen Z. So like, it kind of made sense. I was like, okay, like, and she's not even a Swiftie. Like, I mean, she'll listen to her songs, but it was just funny. But either way, why was I not the first one to know? That kind of pissed me off.
That was crazy to me. I was honestly shocked when it wasn't Christina that texted first.
I think my first text was like, oh my OMG, WTF.
Well, I was actually taking a little walk around my neighborhood. I got outside, took a little midday mental health walk, didn't pick up my phone, and this is what happens. Okay?
I was in my therapy session technically as well. So that's another reason why I wasn't like on Instagram or anything like that. I have it on Do Not Disturb when I'm in my therapy sessions. I'm totally, speaking of mental health, you know, we're on our mental health stuff. And then like, we're missing out on all the good tea.
I take these walks to get away from the news because usually it's not good news.
Exactly.
Especially with this news cycle.
I was actually getting a pedicure when I saw the news.
Right before my therapy session. It was probably at like 11:30ish. I had my therapy session at 1. When she dropped it, literally when she dropped it. It was because I know it was at 1
p.m.
1 p.m. I'm at 11:30. I'm driving to go get coffee and I'm on the interstate and I get a flat tire and I'm like, no. I pull to the side of the road and then I'm like, great. And then, you know, I call AAA. It takes like they take an hour to try to get me somebody. And then after an hour, they say that this person can't come get me. Long story short. And then
that's why I canceled. No shade to AAA, but that's why I canceled.
Yeah, no, it's like that always happens at the worst times. Like not when I'm in a parking lot or not when I'm by my house. This is the longest time I've had to wait. And I'm on the interstate and it's scorching hot. Like in the Georgia sun, you know, and I'm sweating and all this stuff. So I, you know, just chilling in my car. And since I do my therapy remotely, shout out BetterHelp.
Sponsor us.
I'm like, I know, right?
Just not AAA. We won't take any sponsorship.
Yeah, after yesterday, I don't know. So, but yeah, then I just was like, well, I still need to do my therapy. I'm like debating, okay, like is the tow car gonna come and like interrupt my therapy session? Should I cancel? Whatever. But since they had to find me a new driver, I'm like, all right, well, this is a perfect time for me to continue. And then as soon as I get done is when I look at the group chat with the therapy session, and I'm still having to wait another hour or so. I see the group chat and I'm like, oh my OMG, WTF, what? And I wasn't I'll get into why I wasn't super shocked, which I kind of blame on the fandom and the media and all this, but I still was like, wow, this is official and this is, public and all that. So I was still happy and excited. And honestly, that made my day a lot better. So yeah, like Lauren said, like the news isn't always that great, and especially the day I had. So that was the best news I got that day. And I'd made
at least you had something to celebrate.
Yeah,
at least I had something to celebrate out of a shitty day. Yeah. So. But yeah, so this Instagram post, as of right now, has 31 million likes. Woo! And it had 14 million likes in the first hour, and it's like the 19th. It is the 19th most liked picture on Instagram as of now. And I don't know. They say it might be in the top 10 by then.
I think so.
I don't know.
I think it will be.
So. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, so we'll see. What was y'all's first initial thoughts? Like, what did you think? Because I know some people were like, what is this? Like, they didn't know it didn't register to them that it was an engagement post at first. Like, did y'all already, like, your mind went to that? Or, like, Lauren, who you saw it on Instagram, like, what was your first thought?
Well, as soon as I saw him on his knees, I'm like, oh! And then I saw all the flowers. Like, I guess I'll tell you how my brain processed this. I saw him on his knees first, and then I saw all the flowers around, and I'm like, oh my God. And then I panned down, and then I read the caption, and it was, your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married or engaged or whatever. And I was like, oh my God. And then I told my fiance, and he's like a big Swiftie too.
Yeah, he is.
Green flag.
Yeah.
And we were both like, they're getting married. And that was our reaction to it. We just gotten back from our walk.
That is so funny. That's so cute.
Yeah. So super excited over here. And then my mom texted me. It was like our friend just got engaged, like a family friend, or like, like your bestie. Like my mom's like, look at this. It's so sweet. And then of course she goes into like wedding planning mode because I'm getting married next year. So she's like, I'm inspired by these blooms, Yeah.
So, yeah, I can see that.
It was really sweet.
Oh my God. What if you end up getting married the same weekend as Taylor Swift?
I thought of
God.
that.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? Because I told my mom, I'm like, well, they can get like a wedding planned so quickly, like, because of all the money they have. So they could literally get married in like 9 months from now, right?
Right.
Easy peasy, before she goes on tour. And I'm sorry, I'm not a football head, but I guess that's after probably the season, so it might be like a good time around May or June. So.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking it could be May or June.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I speculate if it wasn't that it would be a fall time, because she is like a fall girly to me. Because or maybe I'm just thinking of it professionally. Like her albums are, except besides like the Taylor's versions and stuff, and just like in the recent years. But before like 2020, they were always in the fall. Yeah, it was always like October, November.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah, that's a good point. Mm-hmm. We can get into that.
Yeah, we will. Yeah. So yeah, those are our first reactions.
Elisa, what about you?
Well, so I saw it through the group chat, so it pops up like in the headline like Taylor Swift engaged. So I like automatically knew that she was engaged. It wasn't like I saw the post on Instagram first and I was just like, wait, what is this? I had already seen the headline from the article, but I was still like, what? Like, I don't know. I knew it was coming, and and I wasn't shocked by her getting engaged. I was just shocked by the post and the timing of it just on a random Tuesday. And like the way she posted it, like you said, literally felt like it was like your friend posting like their engagement. Like it wasn't anything like over the top, spectacular, like, I don't know.
Nothing extra, really.
Nothing extra, yeah. Like it was intimate moment between the two of them, which I mean is how it should be. But you know,
exactly.
It's like the way she posted it was just.
Since they are kind of over the top, he seems kind of over the top, like just like big declarations of love and stuff. I could have seen their proposal going either way. Or I know Lauren had speculated on our episode. I don't know when it'll come out, if it'll come out before this one or next. But that he might propose at the Super Bowl, or some people are like we're saying that and stuff. So I was like, I could see it being intimate or being a huge thing.
True.
That's very true. I could have seen that going either way.
Yeah, but I think it was really good that they were the ones who got to release the news and announce it, and it didn't get leaked anywhere beforehand. Like, of course, there's always speculations and everything, but like the official announcement was from them, so I think that was really good.
True,
that's how it should be. And we'll kind of get into this later, but like Travis said, he was like, we're gonna announce it when Taylor says we announce it.
That's how it should be.
I mean, exactly.
Yeah,
but I
happy life.
That's right.
But somehow my husband, who is a fan of Taylor Swift, he's not like a diehard Swiftie or anything, but he's still a fan. Obviously, he likes her songs. When I saw him last night, I didn't even see him until like almost midnight. He had not even heard the news yet.
Oh, wow.
I was like, did you hear the news? And he was like, what? I was like, Taylor and Travis are engaged. And he was like, who are you talking about? Okay. Like, he thought I was talking about people in real life. I was like, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. And he was like, oh, okay. But he was also like half asleep when I was telling him this. So the excitement level was not there.
Yeah. I guess.
But I was just surprised that he hadn't even seen it. But I mean, he had a busy day yesterday, so I can't fault him for that. But I was like, dang, I just don't know how you hadn't seen it or heard about it while you were at work, or like, especially in like the industry that he's in, you would think that you would have heard it. Yeah. So that was surprising. So at least I got to
funny.
Still like tell him the news first.
Yeah. I couldn't even log on to Facebook or Instagram without seeing it. Like,
I know, and then
it was every single solitary post.
Right.
Yeah. And then memes and all these things, and then all these brands and companies capitalizing off of it.
The brand posts, man. I felt so bad for social media marketers. I was so glad
they've been putting in overtime.
That I did not have to do that.
They were all like, you have to get this post out now.
I was so happy I worked in B2B marketing at that moment.
That is so funny. Yeah, people were just, I'm surprised my mom didn't text me, actually, but a lot of my close friends, I'm not a lot, but at least half of my close friends did. But my mom, I was surprised she didn't say anything.
That is surprising.
Mom, I'm mad at you for this. And my mom wasn't a big Swiftie at first, but she's come around. So, but yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I was not with Swifties at the time, so I could not celebrate.
Yeah. Right. Do y'all think this was just their announcement that they were already engaged, or what?
So we are starting to see some details trickle in from various sources close to them. One of them being Ed Kelce, who is spilling all of the tea. But allegedly, they were engaged on August 10th, right after the New Heights podcast was recorded. Sources say Ed Kelce said that Travis proposed to Taylor after they wrapped the podcast. Before they were going out to dinner, he mentioned having a glass of wine outside and then proposed to her in the garden of his home, specifically in a area that he created around a gazebo. So transformed the backyard into a lush, romantic setting, tons of blooms. And afterwards, they FaceTime their families to announce the news. So that's what we're hearing so far. I'm sure there's going to be more details, over the next few weeks. I'm just happy we got details because I'm surprised we even got that much. So thank you, Ed Kelce.
Right. Yeah. I do I don't know. I go back and forth with this because it did look like, because of the hairstyles situation we got going on, like the way his hair was cut. So because it looked like, because there's been speculation for months, and it's just been pressure for months. People keep like they wanted them to get married. So they're like, oh, they're already engaged. And then I would hear blinds, from different podcasts, like, oh, they're secretly engaged and stuff. So all this stuff, but also just because, I don't know, because it could go either way. It could be that they were secretly engaged, but then like they just had this photo shoot just now, you know what I mean? And had his hair like that, and then did do it after the podcast, because they also said her hair was like indented from the way saw that her headphones were on her hair. So I was like, so this could just been the photo shoot. I don't know. And then like they decided to announce it, a couple weeks after the podcast, which is also like PR movie-ish. I just made up that, but it's very like right before the football season and right around the time she's announcing, it's just all within the same time frame and all that. So it's just very convenience, which I'm not mad at, but then also just like, there's been this like rumor spread that Taylor announced it on Blake Lively's birthday. That is false. It was actually the day after. So yeah, I think she was like, okay, well, like, let's wait till after her birthday. And like, then there's another little Easter egg behind the reason, the date, which I'll get into later. But like, so yeah, so I could see them at least doing the photo shoot in August.
I could see that too, because that's pretty common to have a photo shoot after you're engaged anyway. Like, I mean, we did it. My fiance and I, we had our photo shoot like 3 days after we got technically engaged. We just recreated it.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So,
so it could go either way. I don't know. Who knows except them and their inner circle. But either way, that's happy for them. And then we see how many people have, besides, the millions of likes, but, all the football, Brittany and Patrick Mahomes, and how all the celebrity friends. There's been like Miley Cyrus, Sabrina Carpenter. Selena just, posted it to her story, but it said that she was on her bachelorette party in Cabo. So she's probably been busy with that, and Taylor couldn't attend. But yeah, so Selena just broke her silence, because we were all, I think that was the one I was waiting on the most. I'm like, okay, Selena, where are you at?
She was too busy being drunk in Cabo.
She probably was drunk.
Honestly, yeah.
And then, further speculation, which is pretty much confirmed. Like, she and Blake have had a falling out, because for how close those two were, how would you have not posted about it? That's, being Blake or Ryan Reynolds, even, no, they haven't said anything.
Especially when she was just reposting all of her birthday posts.
Yeah.
On that day, the day after her birthday, she's reposting all of these birthday posts to her.
Why do y'all think that was?
Shady.
Just to be shady? Like,
it's very shady.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like, clearly you're out there posting stuff right now, but you're not sharing the Taylor Swift post.
Yeah.
I think that's just confirmation that they have.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we all know it.
Yeah, it's like, it was like, I didn't know, but like,
that's confirmation, because if you were a girl's girl and you were like really still very close to a friend, you would be posting about it, or like, publicly, like everyone else is in their circle.
Yeah. And I think one of the ones I was most excited to hear from was like Taylor's childhood friend, Abigail.
Oh,
and yeah. I know like any listeners of Swift, she's, pretty much kind of know about Abigail, but especially like the OG ones. We've seen them go through a lot. Like Taylor Swift was a bridesmaid at her wedding. So this is like, I was just like, oh, and they're still friends. And she has like the most famous friend in the world. And it's just like, it was so cute.
I know, that'd be so crazy. To be her. Your best friend is Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And you've been like childhood friends. Like, that is crazy.
That is insane. Before we got into the wedding details, I did want to see if we could take a little stroll down memory lane, if y'all want to do that.
Yes.
I loved the story coming from the horse's mouth of how, everything happened at the beginning with Taylor and Travis. Like when because everybody knows that he like shouted it out on New Heights and stuff, but him saying that like the very detailed, really detailed version of them saying how like he didn't come in with the plan. She's like, yeah, he just came to my tour. He didn't even try to reach out to management. He just was like, oh, I'm just gonna charm my way and like I know a guy, or like I'm gonna talk to the girl on the elevator, like schmooze her, and I could go meet Taylor Swift, like. I
I know, she's like, he didn't even have a plan. And she's like the most planning person out of like anybody ever. And then he just comes in like, no plan whatsoever. Like, oh yeah, I'm just going to meet Taylor Swift.
When type A marries type B.
No, that's that is a textbook example.
When they go on vacations, it'll be like those memes where there's always the one who has everything planned and then the other one who's like, where are we going? Just tell me where to be. What time and where to show up.
Travis is definitely a passenger princess.
Yeah, definitely. That was so funny. And I love how like one of the funniest comments on the podcast was her being like, yeah, he didn't get to meet me and then he made it everybody's problem. Like this man made it like he threw a tantrum. That was so funny. I was cracking up at that part. And then when he was just like, I was just so engulfed into like wanting to know who she was or whatever he said. And Jason's like, he didn't even know what that word meant before
Engulfed. Not engulfed.
It was so funny. I thought that was cute. So we went from the meeting, from him going to see her in concert to then, I had heard this line from Dumois that they allegedly had their first date actually at Zero Bond, which is a members only club in New York City. It's where a lot of famous people go. It's like where SNL members go and stuff after the after parties and stuff like that. So, because she's like one of the most, if not the most famous woman in the world right now. So it's like, where do you go?
You have to go somewhere exclusive.
Yeah.
You can't just go walk out amongst us mortals,
Exactly. Especially starting out. Like, they kind of do that stuff now, but back then, that apparently allegedly was one of their first dates. And then we know after that it unfolded of her going to the games and then going to the freaking Super Bowl and going onto the field with Travis Kelce. And fast forward to, their laying low period. That was when there was a bunch of speculations of people saying that she was either pregnant or engaged and stuff. That period.
I didn't believe the preggers rumors.
No, I didn't either. I did not.
I didn't believe it.
No.
But I did for a moment there think that perhaps they could be engaged.
I did too. And I still would believe it. I would have believed it because they were laying real low. And so up until now, they were like radio silent up until now.
They were.
Until a few
I know.
weeks
And then
ago.
now it's like, we're getting all this information at once. Like, first we get the podcast, we get the album drop or album news drop. Then they're engaged. We get that announcement.
Bam, bam, bam.
It's like they just go silent for like months on it.
That TikTok, I know you guys aren't on TikTok that much, but you probably still would have heard it on like Reels or something. He's like, another one, thank you, ding. Another one, thank you, ding. Another one, thank you. Like, that's how I feel right now.
Honestly, though, I understand because that's how I operate. Like, y'all probably, actually, y'all hear from me probably more now than ever because of the podcast. But
you were you had like 4 years where you were radio silent.
I'm
and then
like radio silent like for weeks, and then all of a sudden you'll hear from me. Like that is
like I legit have not been able to keep up with my group chat with you guys the past 2 days.
It was a lot. It was a lot. Luckily, I had like a slow day the day this happened.
Right, same here. I mean, it wasn't an ideal day for me, obviously, but I was off. I'm off this week from work, so at least I've had that. So I've been able to see all the memes and, participate in all the conversations and all that. And hey, this is I've seen so many news and like podcasts take breaks during this month. And Taylor and Travis were like, no, we're going to make August one of the most newsworthy months.
Don't take a vacation.
Yeah, for the last 10 years.
They're like, we're going to make you guys come back from your vacation to talk about this.
Yeah, seriously.
Give you something to talk about.
Now that they're engaged, what do you all think that the wedding is going to look like?
I'll go first. I think it's going to be elegant but intimate. So I could see it being, of course, very classy probably, I think what we saw of the engagement is kind of like a precursor to like what we might see as like a theme. Who knows? It could be even a garden wedding, but I think it's going to be intimate and low key. I think they're going to have it small for their standards. It's probably still going to be like 100 people or 150, but I bet it's still going to be pretty small. It could be smaller though. Who knows? But I think it's going to be elegant but intimate.
I could definitely see that.
I don't know about colors. What do you think?
Just something really, like you said, classy, elegant, something very traditional for her. Because she's like you. You know, like whatever you do is like what I would think her wedding would look like. I love acting like I know her. My parasocial bestie, at least. Which I got like a real life version. Oh, she just doesn't sing and dance, but she's a writer and she's an English wordsmith. So.
I can sing. I'm just not. That's not my thing.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big visionary when it comes to that kind of thing. But as far as like locations, I could see them having something at a house or something overseas or something like that.
Could be a destination wedding. Yeah.
That's just what I was about to ask. Like, do you guys think it's going to be here or do you think it's going to be abroad?
Or like, is it going to be in Nashville? I don't know. I could see it. I could see many options.
Well, they have like a lot of like houses too. So
exactly. Like they have like plenty of houses to choose from.
Yeah.
I could see it in Rhode Island.
Oh, yeah. Watch Hill.
Yeah.
She could do Watch Hill. That's a good point.
Right. Yeah.
That's where I would do it.
And the bridal party, I'm so interested to see who she chases. This girl has so many freaking friends and so many like close friends. I'm like, how big is this bridal party gonna be? And then like, we already know Blake's out. But I'm like, is it gonna be Selena or Abigail for like the maid of honor? Like who's she gonna choose for the maid of honor? I'm wondering about that. Or is it gonna be some wild card? Like I don't freaking know. That's gonna, I want to see that. And then I'm sure they're just gonna try to, just keep it intimate, like you said, because it's already gonna be a spectacle no matter what. You know, so I'm sure she's gonna try to keep it as private as possible. But
definitely private.
Whatever we can get. Like, and the ring bearers and the flower girls. I feel like the flower girls would be the Jason Kelce's daughters.
Oh, yeah. That would be perfect.
Yeah. I feel like that would be them. Yeah. But then Brittany Mahomes could even be. I don't know. That I just don't.
Are they
don't know
really close, or do you
I don't
think
know how
it's
close
just like not? I'm not saying for optics, but I wonder if they're like as close as we think or not. You know, like.
Yeah.
Do they just kind of like see each other a lot during the season and then like off season? Are they as close? I wonder.
I don't know. I could see that going either way too. Because it could be, since Travis seems like he's so close with Patrick and he would be in constant communication with him, that it would already just kind of bleed over.
He could be a groomsman.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
Definitely.
Brittany, because Brittany's like a newer friend of Taylor's,
right?
You know, because she already has so many like older friends that we already have been privy to know about.
I don't think Blake's gonna be a bridesmaid.
Definitely not.
Do you think she's even going to be invited to the wedding?
No, I don't know. No, I think they're like
done.
Bad terms, but like on bad terms at that. Like,
agreed.
I don't think there's much coming back.
Do you think Carly Kloss?
No, I was gonna say. So it said that Carly Kloss. I said that Carly Kloss liked their engagement picture, and it seems like Carly Kloss still like, vies for Taylor, but it's just not. I feel like Taylor's just done with her.
Yeah,
because they said that she went to the Eras tour and stuff, but she wasn't in the VIP tent, and I don't know, just like things like that. And then when people ask, of course, when you ask them, it's gonna be like, oh, there's no beef and blah blah blah. But like, it's just like y'all were like attached to the hip and did all these things, and now I know. But so I definitely don't think she would be invited or anything. But it's just interesting to me that she liked the post and all that. Yeah. If anything, if you ever needed to see where she stood with certain people, like the wedding is going to definitely be a teller.
That's definitely true.
I think it's going to be black tie.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And what did y'all think about the ring? I know. I want to know Lauren's thoughts. Wait. We have the details. Hold on.
So the ring was co-designed by Kelce and Kindred Lubeck of Artifacts Fine Jewelry. It's an old mine, brilliant cut diamond, estimated to be about 8 to 10 carats, with an estimated price of $550,000, but could be up to $1 million or more.
That is insane. Like, that's just crazy to me. I mean, obviously, it's Taylor Swift, so you expect nothing less. But at the same time, for a ring, that's just like an insane amount of money.
Yeah. Can you imagine having that much on your hand?
I know. I would be terrified.
I would be. I mean, I'm sure she's got like a double, but. Oh
yeah, and these two got the rings, so I'm like, oh yeah, that's why I really want to see what y'all's, what your thoughts are.
Or my husband was like, do you think they got the insurance? I'm like, well, they don't need the insurance, but.
I mean, but even if you have all that money and wealth, like, I would still want to get insurance.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
like,
why wouldn't you want to protect yourself? Especially when you're that big and, there are crazy people out there. You never know.
There are crazy people out there, yeah. I mean, we've seen what happens to some of the housewives of Beverly Hills.
Oh, gosh.
Getting some of their belongings stolen, so.
Yeah. But I definitely think that the ring style itself is so her, like the vintage look to it. That it just
vintage.
Yeah, when I saw the ring, I'm like, oh yeah, that screams Taylor Swift.
Yep.
Yeah. I wonder where she would go for a bachelorette as well. Just like thinking of every aspect of everything. I mean, she does drink and stuff, but I don't know if it'd be like a crazy. Like, yeah, she's just kind of like, I feel like she's all over the place, especially like with her the way she is with her friends and stuff. It's kind of like us three. Like, we're not like put into a box, So it's like I could see a lot of different. Like, same with the wedding, like the bachelorette too. It could be kind of crazy, and like we wouldn't know, or it could be more tame and whatever. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it could go either way.
Maybe just like a spa day and whatever. Yeah, but with him, I could just see him having a crazy ass.
Oh yeah, he'll probably have a crazy night. I wonder if she'll maybe do something in New York.
Yeah. Yeah, she loves New York.
Mm-hmm. Maybe like some night out on the town with the girls.
Right.
Or maybe she'll do something international.
Yeah, I could see international or New York. At least for the bachelorette,
New York or
I feel like I could pinpoint that more than the wedding destination,
Yeah, I don't know.
The wedding's like up in the air, but the bachelorette, like, yeah, what you said.
Yeah, I agree. Also, wanted to point out some of the details of her dress from the engagement.
Yeah.
It was a Ralph Lauren striped silk blend dress, which is about $398. But unfortunately, it is already sold out in all sizes.
Of course. The Taylor Swift effect. Yeah. I saw her wearing the Ralph Lauren dress, so I went out and bought the Ralph Lauren dress. I saw Taylor Swift wearing. I saw Taylor Swift doing this, so I went out and did that.
And I mean, honestly, that also speaks to Taylor, because she wasn't wearing a $1,000 dress or a $2,000 dress. She was wearing a Ralph Lauren dress that was $398. Like, that's not
for her, that's
crazy
like $5.
Yeah. That's like $5.
Like a dollar.
Yeah.
No, $1.
$1. That's 10 cents.
No, seriously. To break it down, really like 10 cents.
But that's just a very like I don't know, just down to earth sort of statement to make, which is, I think, why we all love Taylor so much, is because she does really feel like she's one of us,
Exactly.
She's even though she's a billionaire, like, she's still out there being real. So yeah, I just think that's really cool.
Yeah, I'm really happy for them.
I saw that, because like the same thing, how the Ralph Lauren dress immediately sold out after everyone finds out what she's wearing. Same thing with I think there were some of the rings that she was wearing on the New Heights podcast that were actually on like the super affordable site, and also immediately got sold out. But yeah, it's just crazy. Like, I mean, you're she's Taylor Swift. She can buy any ring at any price point, but she's wearing these rings on these super affordable sites. So it just goes to show you that.
Oh, yes. Stock has gone up for everything in the past few weeks. Like, the song she used on the post has gone up 400%. They broke the records. Yeah, like, we didn't know the stats at the time, or we didn't look them up, but the stats at the time for the podcast, we already knew it was going to set records. But yeah, like, they basically broke the YouTube, or when I say the YouTube. They broke YouTube. I don't know why I put the D in front of it, but the YouTube. But they literally broke the internet, and they had the most concurrent views of a podcast for the episode. It was like 1.3 million at a time.
Wow.
So yeah. Just crazy. Just been breaking records left and right, and we still have more to. We still have a whole like year or so ahead of all this stuff with them, like football and possibly Super Bowl and the wedding and this and that.
And the actual
maybe
album
after
coming
this,
out
they'll
too.
lay low.
And the album,
How did I forget that? And the album. Oh my gosh. And it's probably going to be a deluxe version too, even though she's claiming it's not going to be. But I
think it is.
Oh, and
I
then
think
what do
it's
you
gonna
think?
be.
I meant to ask. So, well, Ed Kelce actually confirmed this, but when we were making out the outline,
Ed Kelce.
I know.
You say it like you know him. You know Ed Kelce. He told me this.
Donna and Ed,
Donna and Ed.
Yeah, my new in-laws. My best friend's in-laws, like. Oh, but okay. So I was always wondering if she actually if Taylor still wanted kids. Because I feel like she had I feel like there was a minute there where she had become mom on Marriage and Kids. Like, I feel like she shouted it from the rooftops when she was a teenager and early 20s and stuff. And then when she got in that relationship with Joe Alwyn, like her biggest relationship, and then also her music changed and she just became super private and stuff like that. She wasn't saying it as much up until TTBD. But, like during that time she was like and then she said that her like folklore songs were just imaginative anyway. So it was like, okay, well, this could be about somebody else. She wasn't really speaking about it anymore. And then when people would ask her, she just kind of like wouldn't give a direct answer. So I was like, I wonder if she even wants that anymore. And there was just like, but yeah, Ed Kelce was quoted to say that they want kids. That they definitely do want kids. So I'm like, wow. So I'm like, after this, is Travis going to retire? Is like Taylor going to take a huge break from you? I mean, I don't think she'll ever really take a break. She's always said she either wants to even keep creating for other people and stuff like that. But, as far as like going at the rate that she is, like, are they both just going to like settle down, have the kids? And, I wonder if that's going to be the new chapter.
I could definitely see him retiring after this, like after this year and after the Super Bowl. Like, I could see this being his last year and then him retiring. And yeah, like you said, I don't think she'll ever like completely stop doing music or anything, but she might just like take longer breaks in between releasing albums or, not tour as much, that kind of thing.
Right.
If they're focusing more on their family life.
Right.
I think so too. I can't see Travis being like a Tom Brady where he just keeps playing forever and ever and ever and ever. I think I could see Travis maybe taking a break and then maybe becoming like an analyst on ESPN, and maybe doing that.
Yeah, and like he has a podcast with Jason, and
he's already got the podcast. I could see him being smart and like just making a lot of brand deals, which is what I would do if I was him.
Yeah,
I would just take a back seat, invest, make more brand deals, and just enjoy life,
Yeah. I mean,
not that you can't enjoy life as a football player, but it is hard work,
But yeah,
it's hard work, especially the older you get.
It's hard on your body, and you can only do it for so long.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, getting hit by hundreds of pounds of men. And just all the training you have to do and all the lifting. Oh my gosh.
And then especially
any athlete, any sport, but football, dang.
Yeah, and then especially if you have kids, like when you bring kids in the mix, you're gonna automatically want to, take better care of yourself and make sure you're around for the kids and be healthy for them. So you're not gonna want to keep putting yourself at risk of injuries or anything.
Right. Yeah, I could see Taylor too. Like, I think, like, I agree. She's going to always have music and creating as the center, of her, I don't want to say life, but it's always going to be a big, big part of her life. But, maybe she kind of starts taking more of a producer role, maybe songwriting. I could see that too.
Maybe her own record label and stuff.
Own record label, yeah. I think that could be a really cool path that they could take too. But you know what? We don't want you to retire either because we want to keep getting music.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
And one day, like the greatest hits tour, like kind of like the Eras tour, but even more so. Some kind of greatest hits tour, and like we also three will be in attendance.
Maybe we can finally get the tickets by then.
No,
maybe
I know, right?
at that point, Ticketmaster won't be like scalping everybody.
Ticketmaster won't, and then the Fairweather fans will be gone.
Exactly.
I've been like an OG fan, and like we'll still be sticking
all
it
the
out.
diehards.
We'll be like 60 years old. You know?
Right.
Maybe there will be like regulations about scalping tickets or like charging too much by then.
That would be nice.
You know, in a wonderful world. People can actually afford tickets again.
Yeah.
And actually even get the tickets without, because I was like, to get a ticket to Taylor Swift or something, it's impossible. Even if you log on the minute that they drop, you're still not getting them because of all the scalpers. Like, it's crazy.
Right. It is. Yeah, it's insane. I might have to just go through my friends from now on. And if we want to go see her on whatever next tour or whatever next tour she does, I might just have to pay my friend for all three of our tickets or something. Because I have some friends that are part of like, I don't know, some pre-order thing, and they have an easier time getting in. The scalpers, like we said, it's just going to be solely marked up, and it was like $1,000 for like nosebleed seats and things like that. No,
no, thank you.
I better be for like on this floor if I'm paying that much.
Yeah, exactly.
I better be getting like backstage or something like that.
Yeah, like meet and
VIP.
Yeah. No, seriously. Oh, but yeah, you had Lauren. You had mentioned the brand deals earlier with Travis. What are you and Elisa think of this new American Eagle?
I think this is so funny because, obviously we've all seen the Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ad. We've talked about it on the podcast. And I was like, wow. We all know that ads take a while. Not as long as they used to get push through, marketing and all of the teams and departments, but legal, whatever. But obviously this has been in the works too. So I kind of wish that American Eagle had put this out first versus the Sydney Sweeney ad, because if you look at the ad, yes, you've got Travis front and center, but there's a lot of like diversity around him as well, like in representation and everyone else that's in the ad too. And I don't see anyone in an uproar. Everyone's like thrilled about it. So maybe they were tabling this for later. Maybe it was already supposed to come out at this time, but maybe American Eagle is also just trying to save face.
Yeah, like you could tell by his hair that it was at least a couple months ago, because you could tell by this is his haircut.
I thought that too. So I don't know if they've been sitting on it, if it was supposed to come out now, I don't know. But I do think it's kind of funny that it came out after the Sydney Sweeney ad and all of the uproar. And it also came out now, given the engagement and Taylor's new album. So either Travis's team came up with this deal and he's also a mastermind in marketing and PR like Taylor, or American Eagle's just like, look, don't be mad at us.
Look, we have Travis. We have Travis and we have diversity.
So, that's my thoughts. I like it though. I think it's cool. And I personally love when Travis's hair was like that. So I'm a big fan of it. I do. Yeah,
I like his new hair.
Really? I don't like it like that. No.
Yeah. You like his hair shorter? All right.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
his hair shorter.
I like it long on him.
Yeah. I like long hair. I mean, well, it just depends on what it looks like on the guy. I mean, typically I do like longer hair, but obviously I don't think everybody can rock. It just depends on like your face frame.
I agree.
I like him both.
I don't know.
ways.
For
I do
him, I do like shorter hair.
I did like the longer hair. Just me. That's me. I don't know. What did you think
of the campaign?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't anything else I really had to add to that, but I definitely agree with you. And I just feel like it's also convenient that Gap had just put out an ad and they're pushing their diversity for their latest ad. So it's just like, what came first, the chicken or the egg for these American Eagle? I don't know. I just don't know what to think. But yeah, pretty much everything you said, I would have covered what I would have said anyway. So both of you guys. So. But no, I mean, I don't know what other brands for him like that aren't sports that I would like see. I'm trying to think of other things, like maybe like watches and some things like that. Because he seems like he's like stylish. He likes
the bling too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I could see him doing something like fashion wise and things like that.
I could see him doing like a shoe
more fashion
deal.
Things in the future.
What do you think? Shoe deal?
Yeah. Shoes.
I could see him being a fashion.
Shoes. Oh my God, shoes. Shoes.
I think he's a fashion girlie.
Yeah, that's one thing I think is attractive about him. Well, I mean, I like my men's, fashionable. But
you like your
this
men's.
This is my favorite boyfriend that Taylor has had, for the record.
I mean, definitely.
I do like Joe Jonas, even though that was like light years ago that she dated him. But
light years.
I don't know where that came from. That's my Disney stuff. But besides that, and like I felt like I was kind of like rooting for her and Joe Alwyn, and like I'm not gonna be one of those like angry Swifties that throw hate at him, because at the end of the day we don't know him. We don't know Taylor Swift. We don't know what happened exactly between it. All we can do is infer from the songs and just see that they broke up and blah blah blah. Just from the personalities I've seen from, like, obviously, like, I would love Travis over John Mayer. John Mayer seems like such a jerk, So, like, out of everybody, and there's other people, but I'm not going to, like, go around
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Say everything. So, yeah. certain people that just would give me, like, not good guy.
The ick,
The ick. And, yeah, I mean, technically, Taylor's been famous from the early stages of her career, and it's just a snowball just every year since she started. So sometimes, some of her early boyfriends, they probably didn't know she was going to get that big, or like some people had gotten her when she was already this famous. And either way, it seemed like some might have been fine with it and some just weren't. And depending on where she was in her life, she seemed like she was fine with it some years and some years she wasn't. I don't know. But I just think about how hard it is. And I know some people are like, oh, well, who cares? They have money, da, da, da. But I really do think it's a hard thing as somebody who's that rich and famous to find somebody who isn't trying to use them or for clout or for like money or fame or this and that.
Right. And also like ride their coattails too.
Right.
Like use their fame for, their benefit, or trust them too. Like it's got to be hard to trust people when you have that amount of fame too.
And their circle too, because whoever you end up with, whoever you marry and stuff, like you're taking on their friends, you're taking on their family. So it's just like you have all these things to consider when you're trying to find a partner who's compatible with you in so many different ways. And then to add on to that, to add on fame and money on top of that. And when you're at the level of Taylor Swift, that is just, I don't know. I don't even know how one does that. So I think for that, I mean, that's another bonus that I like about Taylor, about Travis. He gets his hate, like, oh yeah, he's thirsty and this and that. But I don't know. I don't get that from him.
Yeah. I don't either. I don't get that from him.
I don't get that either. And I definitely think that, I mean, because he's also used to being like in the spotlight and everything, but just not the same way that she is. Like, obviously,
right.
Taylor Swift her fame is just insane, out of this world. But like, he's still used to being in the spotlight, and he knows how to handle, being under a microscope and everybody speculating about his life already anyway. And so I think they can navigate that together, being in a relationship, better than if someone weren't used to that kind of lifestyle already, coming in and being with someone like Taylor Swift, who, if you're dating Taylor Swift, you're going to be in the news, you're going to be in the media,
every move.
Exactly. So,
and I said it in the other episode, but I can't stress it enough. They're not in the same field, so that's a bonus as well. Like, yeah, they're both going to be. I mean, obviously his fame has risen since being with her, but he already, like everything Elisa just said, had at least a taste of it. But at least that's not going to be a tension. That's not going to cause tension with them being both musicians, or even like when she's dated actors and things like that. An athlete and musician. And then she said they can still pull from the same similarities of their crafts, but it's not enough to cause tension.
Yeah,
and it's not like he's trying to like use her fame to get higher, like Lauren Brooke was saying, because like they're in completely different fields, even though they do have those similarities as far as like understanding each other's craft, but it's like they're in completely different fields, so like nothing that she does is going to help him in his sport, and like nothing that he does is going to help her singing, like other than just them being supportive for each other, but like they can't use that to like, I don't know, steal from one another. Or
there's not like the competition that you would have with dating a musician or an actor, even, or just anyone in the arts. And I mean, let's be real, guys in the arts, I mean, they can be a little moody and emo, and I'm sure it's insufferable.
It seemed like she dealt with that from her songs.
Exactly. So I bet he's a breath of fresh air, because like
she said that on the podcast.
He's the human exclamation point.
Just even with the hate comments, what you just said reminded me how she, because I feel like when she said, talking about the hate comments and things like that, how he just thought it was funny. And I don't think she had ever, I mean, she said that she's gotten a way thicker skin since she started, but she didn't even look at it that way before, Yeah. So that was something she didn't know she needed, which is, this like this American guy, not these like British movie artists. She needed a great red-blooded American football player.
Big goofball, honestly. That's all you need.
Bro.
From the Midwest.
Yeah.
That's what she
who loves
needed.
otters.
Yes.
He seems more wholesome than the average
does.
football player.
He does.
Because they have bad reps,
And I mean, let's be real.
And maybe he had his like pass.
I was about to say. Like, the thing is they are getting engaged in their mid-30s.
Right.
Like they've experienced all the things. They've dated all the different types of people.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he had his like days where he was, a little bit of a wild one.
He had a dating show.
Yeah. We know he's got a little bit of a history, but I think he's matured a lot.
Yeah.
He's ready to settle down.
He's ready. He's had his time.
Right. Exactly.
He sowed his wild oats.
Where did you get? You sound like coming from America. Did you get? I know because I know you actually do like that movie, Coming to America. That's what that reminded me of. But I do know that you like that movie. It's summer.
Oh my god. I forgot all about that.
No, I know. I feel like it's something you would say in general, but I was just like, that's what I thought of. Can't give it.
Oh my gosh. All right. On that note.
Yeah, but any other thoughts you guys have right now? I mean, we'll obviously it's a developing things. Yeah. Ed Kelce still spilling the tea every day.
Thank you to Ed Kelce for giving us all the beautiful details that we wanted.
Right? No, seriously.
But when are we going to hear from Donna?
I know.
I want to hear Donna's tea.
Yeah.
I'm just so happy for them.
Yeah.
And this was such a great surprise breaking news story. I would say in the middle of the week, but it was actually still earlier in the week. And yeah, I'm just going to be continuously riding this high all week.
Yes. I was like, in the moment, I was like feeling so many different emotions, but later when it settled in, I felt like I got more of a high. But at the time, I was dealing through I was going through some shit.
You were going through it.
Yeah. So I didn't I don't know. I was all over the place. But then later on, I was like, my girl's engaged. I was like, I believe in love again. I believe in love. She manifested this her whole life.
It takes Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce to make Christina believe in love again.
Sorry, y'all. No shit.
Like, not her actual real life best friend.
I knew her before I knew y'all. She's been my bestie before. I've known her since I was 16. Okay. I knew y'all later.
That is true. That is true.
Okay, fair.
I saw one meme. It was like, sorry, I'm really happy, but I'm crying right now for my emotional support billionaire.
No, seriously. That's what my therapist, before my therapist.
Can you even imagine just having that many people who are happy for you to be engaged?
Crazy.
Like all these strangers that you don't even know are just so ecstatic and happy for you that you just got engaged.
Yeah, that's insane.
It's wild.
I can't imagine.
I can't even.
Yeah, you guys know do like your birthday / engagement on, because I can't relate to being engaged. So for me, my birthday times 1,000,000 times 32 million. It's just insane. Yeah.
When do you think they are going to get married? Like, when do you think their wedding is going to be?
Probably like spring or summer.
Yeah.
Spring,
or fall.
Summer.
Spring, summer, fall.
Spring, summer,
maybe
spring,
summer,
summer.
fall.
Maybe spring,
Maybe
summer.
fall.
Joggers.
Spring.
Joggers. Probably more September or spring, summer.
That goes perfect for this. The audio goes perfect. Oh my gosh.
All right. So that's it for today's Yapalert. Thanks for hanging with us.
New episodes of Yap About It drop every other Sunday.
Don't forget to subscribe, leave us a review, share with your friends, and follow us on social media at YapAboutItPod.
We'll be back soon with more yapping, more drama, and plenty of hot takes.
Until next time.